Talk about it. It is the disease that is silently killing, hampering, and targeting our teenage society. When the abuse is physical, it is called as physical abuse. When the abuse is done to the body, it is called as physical abuse. When the abuse is done to the mind, it is called as mental abuse. When your emotions, your nature, your personality is affected, it is called as emotional abuse. But when your body, your mind, your emotions, as well as your private parts are targeted, then it is called as sexual abuse. Sexual abuse, the most prevailing and the most dangerous one. Now when I'm talking about abuse, many of the girls would think that why are we listening to this? Because I am safe, I have educated parents, I am studying in a good school, I am surrounded by trustworthy and educated neighbors. So why am I listening to this? I would never come across such a dirty thing, or I would never come across like that. I am not living in a slum area. Okay, let me tell you something different. The fact of the country says that 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys in India is a victim of child abuse once in their lifetime. Can you imagine the number? 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys. We think that boys are not a victim. The times have changed. They are equally the victim. 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys once in a lifetime are a victim of their child abuse. Are a victim of the child abuse. And the worst thing is, in 80% of the cases, the victim knows the abuser. Either he or she, the abuser, is one of the family, relatives, neighbors, friends, parents' friends, neighborhood, schoolmates, etc. In 80% of the cases, the victim knows the abuser. Now, the abuse can be to any age group. It can be to a small little infant, or it can be to an old lady, or it can be to a young teenager. But why are we today focusing only on the teenagers? Why have I always been giving seminars only to the teenagers? Anybody, why is it important for you to know about it? Though the victim could be anyone. Anyone. Alright. Okay. If you are not comfortable, let me move on with it. It is because, my dear girls, that you are those little butterflies who are about to leave your cocoon and flutter off in the outside world, but you do not know how the outside world is. To have complete knowledge and full awareness about sexual abuse is the power to protect yourself. Your power does not lie in the physical strength. You need not to develop your biceps and triceps to fight. Your power lies in the awareness. Trust me, if you know all the risks that can lead to abuse, you have the gadget to defend yourself. Your awareness is your strength and your defensive gadget. So by getting awareness or by getting literacy, I hope you may not use it for yourself, but you can definitely help out someone who's actually in need, someone who's actually suffering. And believe it or not, there are millions and millions of children silently suffering from this. So what our responsibility is? Our responsibility is not to go out in the streets and be loud and vocal about it. Our responsibility is to be aware and to spread the awareness. Now, how can you do that? I'm not asking you to go and take seminars. I'm not asking you to form an NGO. What I'm asking you is just spread awareness and teach at least one child. She can be your brother, it can be your sister or your friend, just 1 or 2 little children. So that is how we could develop a chain, and that is how we could make country a child abuse free country. And each one of you holds that responsibility. So just get aware, just learn, just listen and pass on the knowledge. That is all you have to do. Moving on further, let me tell you what are the first initial steps how you could defend yourself. Try to differentiate between good touch and bad touch. Parents hugs and kisses, grandparents love, teacher pats you on the head for doing a good job, brief friendly hugs by the family members, brief kiss on the cheek and forehead, shaking hands or giving high fives. Something which doesn't make you feel scared or doesn't make you feel uncomfortable comes in the good touch. Something that makes you feel uncomfortable, scared, nervous or ashamed, something which is forced on you, something which is physically and mentally hurting you, and especially some times when the abuser asks you to remain silent, that no, you do not have to tell this to anyone. That means there is some garbage. Touching or patting areas that are covered by a swimsuit, your breast, your genital areas, forceful kissing on the mouth, touching the buttocks, hitting, slapping, spitting, pushing or punching are all the features of bad touch. Now touch can be good or bad. You need to understand the intention of the person, and it can vary enormously. Sometimes a stranger, a neighbor who's very far from you, who's not related to you, may come up to you and say that, hi, Ananya, how are you? And long time, we haven't seen you. Okay, I don't know who Ananya is. I like the name, that's why I said it. And sometimes a close family member may get physically intimate for a bad reason. So you are the best judge in that situation. Try to identify the intention of the person and act accordingly. Why? Because as you grow, as your body grows, the attitude of others towards you also changes. People who earlier looked you as a young chubby kid may now look you as a young and beautiful lady. So the attitude of others also changes. Avoid situations where you are alone with any doubtful adult, male or female. It is not that a female would do abuse to a male or a male would do abuse to a female. No. We have homo abusers also. A female could also do abuse to a female. A male could also do abuse to a male. So the abuser can be of any age or of any gender. Understand that nobody means nobody are allowed to touch or see your private parts except your mother, your close female teachers or your grandmother or the doctor, that too in your relatives or your parents' presence. Avoid unnecessarily physical contact with any opposite gender. You are grown up now, you are not a little teddy bear who needs to be cuddled all the time. Come on, make a respectable distance from all the opposite genders, even if it is your brother or cousins. You are a grown up now and your body needs to be respected. So, my dear girls, if you resist and don't give anybody a chance, it is high likely that you will end up safe in your life. But there have been instances, even after so much of precautions, a girl tends to become a victim of an abuser, and things go on from simple unwanted touches to forceful penetration of the male's organ into the female genital organ, which we call it as rape. Now, if anybody encounters such an abusive activity like simple unwanted touches to complex situations like rape, he or she needs to understand that she is as normal as she was before the incident. It is just that the victim has built a hypothetical block around herself which she needs to block. As I told you, the power would not lie in an outsider. The power lies in you. There are just two things which can heal you. Your courage and your voice. Gather all the courage which is, you have a lot of strength. Gather all the courage which is stored inside you and immediately report. Report it to your parents, report it to your teacher, or report someone who you trust. Your silence will give abuser another chance on attacking you. And trust me, this silence is the biggest crime that you would do to yourself. Because silence gives an upper hand to the abuser. Keep trying until you are heard, until you find an appropriate support system. Demand love, care, respect from your parents. That is why I said that maintaining a healthy relationship with your parents is very, very important. If you feel something is wrong with your body, immediately consult a doctor. But the foremost, the most important thing is you have to gather the courage and voice it out. You have to tell it to your parents. You have to tell it to your helping hands that there has been such an incident with you. You need to come out of that feeling of fear, anger, depression or loneliness. You need not to think that you are a survivor. You need not to think that you are a victim. You need to think that you are a survivor and you survived the incident and came out courageously. You are more strong, you are more courageous than your other friends, and you need to have a survivor mentality. There are acts that the government has proposed, which is like the POCSO Act, Prevention of Children Against Sexual Offences, under which if you report to a police station, the policeman, without asking or without taking a detailed interview, would note your complaint and do an FIR ASAP as soon as possible. You can take the police helpline, you can contact us. We are the ones who are helping the victims for child abuse since many years. And first of all, tell it to your parents. They are the first helping hand. Apart from this is one kind of abuse that I was talking about. There is also another abuse which is rapidly spreading in the society, which is the cyber abuse. Cyber abuse is when you post your pictures on social media like Facebook, Twitter or WhatsApp or something. You have no idea how easily accessible they are to the abusers. Avoid posting your pictures on the social media. It is a big, big world and you don't know how many abusers are sitting on the back end. So this is one way you could stop yourself from the cyber abuse and stop others also. So this was child abuse and sexual abuse. At the last, I would say is an aware teenager, a smart and educated teenager can single-handedly change her life and the life around. Rise for the benefit of yourself, rise for the benefit of the society, and you will and you can bring the change. Thank you very much for listening to me today. God bless you.